Fellas, blink if you haven't purchased a Father's Day gift yet. Yeah, we thought so. Today's episode is brought to you by Manscaped, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming. Maybe your pops has had a bush since the 70s, and that's okay. Our friends at Manscaped have crafted the total package for his special day, whether it's for the boys downstairs, his beard, or even the best pair of underwear out there. Manscaped has his bases covered. Head over to manscaped.com and get 20% off with free shipping with code SHOW20. Go from daddy to zaddy. Trust Manscaped. I can't wait to buy my dad his first proper ball shaver. I feel that's a father-son moment we need to share together. My sons, I hope that they're going to get me a new ball shaver. Maybe they'll get me a new beard trimmer because I've been using my beard trimmer for a little while. I could do with a little upgrade. Maybe they will get me the Beard Hedger Pro kit, the complete beard maintenance kit for all of us bearded kings. This all-in-one kit comes with a beard hedger, Manscaped's most advanced beard trimmer, as well as shampoo, conditioner, oil, and balm for my beard. It also comes with a brush, comb, and scissors so we can style the beard and mustache like the true gentlemen that we are. No beard kit would be complete without Manscaped's handyman face shaver for that smooth finish that we all know he loves. This bad boy is all he needs. Compact enough to fit in any travel case. Make sure he takes it on his next trip. And if he carries loads of body hair like most dads do, you're in luck with the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra. This bad boy is designed with fathers in mind, featuring the Lawnmower Signature Lawnmower 5.0. This Father's Day is also the perfect time for your old man to stop stealing his wife's nail clippers and finally get a kit of his own that will last him a lifetime. The Shears 3.0 is the 5-piece precision men's nail grooming kit that any father needs to stay on top of his self-care routine with professional-grade stainless steel tools, sized and styled for the task at hand. And that set of underwear you got for Christmas a decade ago, that needs going. Get it upgraded. And what better way than with Manscaped's Boxers 2.0. The Boxers 2.0 were designed with a simple mission: make the most comfortable boxers a man could buy. It starts with a dual pouch, a dedicated space that cradles your stones in place with a perforated performance fabric for extra breathability, and they are a game changer. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code SHOW20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use the code SHOW20. Never forget where you came from, if you know what I mean. Stop buying men shit presents. Happy Father's Day from Manscaped. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the FM show. I am, of course, your host Tony Jameson, and joining me as always is the one and only RDF Tactics. Aaron, how are you, pal?
I'm doing great. So we were supposed to be recording yesterday, but I had to go on a little journey over to Old Trafford and had to go and see my team win. But, oh man, the day started off badly. It did. So I woke up at 4 a.m. by the way, because the excitement it just took over. So then I got back to sleep, woke up again, and I'm like excited, getting in the shower, look at my phone, train cancelled. I'm like, oh my God. Then you're looking at the train times, like the next one's like half an hour. I'm like, definitely not making that. So I just got ready, just left my house. I'm like, I don't know how, somehow I'm getting there. I had to take a taxi to Worcester, which wasn't ideal. And then, got onto another train. But I got there pretty early, actually. Then waited. It was hot. The game played, whatever. And then I had to leave early as well because the train time, the last train is 7:25. So, I had to leave early. Thank God I didn't miss a goal. But as soon as I left, that rain was absolutely horrible. I got soaked on the way to the tram station. So we won as well. So I was I was too excited anyway.
Judging by some of the videos I've seen on Twitter, some of the home fans were getting soaked as well.
Worst thing, I swear to you. So obviously in my head already going into the stadium, I had this picture like Old Trafford is falling down because of what Ronaldo said. So the first thing I did is like look up to the stands and I can see like the thing that's supposed to be protecting us, obviously some bits are cracked or whatever, and they're just like screwed in wood sort of thing, just like a bunch job there, and it was just like, yeah, it didn't look great. But then as the rain came, I didn't really see it obviously in the stadium because I was gone by then. But yeah, I went on Twitter and it's like, wow, I am not surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was weird to watch though, because obviously like where I am, this weekend's just been glorious sunshine. Like I've had my factor 50 on all weekend. I've had a great time, and then looking on there, and it's like an hour down the road, and it's like torrential rain. But yeah, no, glad that you got away. Glad, of course, that we've managed to get record, and it's not the first reschedule we've had to do, because we normally record, as you know, towards the back end of the week, but various bits and pieces have happened. We've had to reshuffle things around, so we thought, right, let's try and get ourselves recorded on Saturday night. Was going to be an option. But then other things were transpiring against us, and if anything, what it did was it gave us a little bit of inspiration for what we're going to talk about tonight. So, not the show we had planned.
Everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason.
Another thing. Oh, remember I told you that my son was getting a night tick?
Oh, yeah.
Well, he was in the barber chair. Obviously, I had to get my trim as well. And then, he wanted support. So I'm a 31-year-old walking around with a night tick, which I always forget as well. So obviously, I walk around with a hat, but I'm like, oh, I've got a fresh haircut. And I can sometimes see people, like, I catch someone looking, I'm like, oh, I forgot. I just got a night tick in the back of my head.
I got a fresh fade this weekend as well.
Oh, yeesh. We might as well hit the town. That's what we did on Saturday.
Yeah.
That's what we did on Saturday night.
I got the Lecoq Sportif on the back of my head. Hummel chevrons going down the side.
It's crazy because now we're just thinking of the next design, what to do next. Which is sort of a bit of a fun thing for us to do, right?
Hopefully, I like it. Remember that, man. You got to get a bit of branding on there. You might get a sponsorship as well. You got your Nike hoodie on as well. So it's like, hey,
just luckily I work from home. Oh my god.
Yeah. So what's been happening in the world of FM then? Let's talk FM before we talk into all the bits and bobs that's been going on. Whereabouts are we?
Well, I did start actually the Regionaire challenge, and we had Mad FM on the episode last week, and he inspired me. So I left my save spot of Rotterdam after 7 years. It's difficult. I don't want to say the save went stale. I think I caught it just before it went stale. I think that's why I caught it. Yeah. It was like the perfect ending for me. It was a bit of a surprise for people, but again, judging by the reaction, the amount of viewers on the first episode of the Regionaire on Twitch, by the way, twitch.tv/RDF Tactics. Yeah, obviously I had that sense that people were sort of waiting for it. But again, because we had that attachment to some of the Wonder Kids in the last save, it was like we was going on, but we won the Eredivisie six times in a row. We just could not compete in the Champions League, so it was just like, lads, I'm sorry, but we're just gonna leave it there, hand it over to the next fella. But we started our Regionaire save with Rochdale, the Northwest, so I can only sign players from the Northwest, which, it's a difficult start. Something I'm not really used to, because on FM, I tend to start really well, and then it tends to fade off around the busy period. But this year, the save started off 30 seconds in, by the way. We scored an overhead kick in the first game of the season, so I was getting mental, and then that game ended in a draw. Then we lost the next game. I was like, hey, what's going on? RDF Tactic is not tacticking right now. Yeah, and then we won the next game, but it was just that win, draw, loss. It was just going a bit like that. And yeah, it would work.
Yeah, there was a moment. So I saw that obviously that Aaron was doing this Regionaire save, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna pop in. I'm gonna show a bit of support for my boy and that. And I've been, no word of a lie, everyone. I've been in his stream for less than, I'm gonna say less than a minute. What I mean is, I was in there for about 4 seconds before all I heard was effing woodwork this, effing woodwork that. Oh, this saves ridiculous. Everyone, this is a joke. And I'm like. Hi, Aaron. Johnny, you're not gonna... So it was amazing.
You come in, I think you said straight away, is like, you haven't hit the woodwork, but you jumped in literally at like the 88th minute. So, and then I was like, Tony, there's still enough time for us to hit the woodwork. And then the 90th minute, I like loaded, we just hit the woodwork. I lost my head. I totally lost it. God, it was almost like they can hear me. It's just like that. It's like the moment I say it, we hit it.
But you're right though. Like what was interesting was being in that stream. You could see how much people loved the idea of the Region Air save,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
especially
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
doing it. Not just like loving a Region Air save, but
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
idea
yeah,
of
yeah.
RDF Tactics doing a Region Air save
Yeah.
in Rochdale, right at the bottom.
Just
Like
random as well.
people felt that vibe, man. They were like, okay,
Yeah.
this is gonna break him.
It is gonna break me as well. And we're definitely going for it as well. But that first stream was just, it was something I'm not used to. But so this is where things are going to be interesting as well for people and for myself as well, because I've got to somehow turn it around, and I'm definitely not changing tactic because that's what I usually do again. But I want to go away from that just because you're on a bad run. Don't just like swap a 4-2-3-1 for 4-3-3 now and then go to a 4-2-4, whatever. Try and get the ball rolling, but I'm just gonna tweak at it because we did start off by looking at the players and like the squad comparison and trying to create a tactic from there. So that's how it started, and we're just gonna keep tweaking at it.
So what's the tactical formation you've got going on at the minute then? Talk us to the
So
philosophy.
it was a 4-2. It was a
for what
4-2-3-1, and it was just the squad again. You just sort of made for it when I filtered it out by the stars. And I'm not really one that just automatically go for stars, but sometimes it can be fairly obvious. You just look at these players and like, yeah, he's clearly the best player in the team, sort of
Especially
thing.
when you don't know these players as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Exactly,
put your faith
yeah.
in the staff. Like they're there for a reason, you know?
Exactly, yeah, exactly. So that's how I sort of did it. And it was like the top three players were all attackers, and it was like one's naturally a left winger, one's naturally a right winger, and a striker. So we go to the tactics screen, and it's automatically we start setting it up like that. And then I start looking at the player style because I've got that in my squad view. So my squad view, you can edit your player your view, basically what you see on your screen. Yeah, and I've added player style there, what the coaches think the player style is, and then that's how sort of a creative player can be my playmaker and that sort of thing. Intelligent players as well, I like as inside forwards. I feel they're pretty effective in that sort of area as well. And then yeah, that's how we went off. And then we started looking at the squad comparison, seeing if we can play through balls, if players have got good decisioning, wow, good decisioning.
Decisioning.
Great decisioning.
Can't talk. Decisioning.
So yeah, we're looking at decisions, passing obviously, off the ball, acceleration, if they can make that run in the first place. And then yeah, they can, but they just can't dribble with the ball compared to other teams in the league. So that's how we started working our tactic around. Yeah.
Nah, it's good, man. I'm excited to see how it goes because it is like a really it's a long-term save. It's got to be. I mean, obviously, maybe not for yourself,
no,
like,
for sure, yeah.
But to go to so the Northwest is, as we know, is like a let's use the phrase hotbed of talent. You know, you've got some really good teams to pick from.
Yeah.
Even as Rochdale, you can pick from players. You can pick from Oldham. You know, you got like, of course, all your Manchester clubs, Liverpool clubs.
Yeah.
Burnley, Blackburn, Preston. They're all in those areas where you can get people. You know, go across the Pennines in towards Yorkshire. You know, you've got players that you can pick up from there as well. So you've got a really good catchment area, I suppose.
Yeah.
But if you are scaling it back to just that Northwest region, then yeah, I think you'll be all right, mate. I think you'll be fine. I reckon give you about 6 years time, you'll be in the Champions League with Rochdale.
But that's the thing, though, isn't it? It all sounds like a good idea until you start searching for players. And then you like start filtering it out, and you're like, "Oh, the pool's actually not big at all."
But you're not. You've obviously, as Mad was saying on the episode, was you've got a couple of years to sort of like get rid of
that
are from outside of the region, and I suppose the joy of low league football is that most of those players are either on no contract or 1 year contracts. So you're going to find it easier to clean and bottom that squad out at the end of the season.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Than if you started it at, say, Blackburn or Preston, because you can't then sell all those players out. It's going to take a longer time, whereas you can clear the decks at the end of the season and go, right, everyone's gone, we're just getting local lads in, and this is how we do it. So you can be starting this save properly at the start of season 2.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how some of the loan or how people get their loans as well. So in Rochdale, it's clearly obvious that they're getting local lads on loan. It's clearly easier for them. There's going to be more interest because these lads don't have to travel across the nation for their loan deals. So there's like a player on loan from Manchester United, a player on loan from Liverpool, but looking at their birth, where they were born, it's in the Northwest. So you can clearly see that's sort of happening at Rochdale at the moment as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is makes life pretty easier. And obviously, if we succeed and do something in the first season, it's like already the core of that was from players of the Northwest as well.
Mm.
And then we've
So,
got the captain, Adam Clayton, as well, which is a
okay.
decent player. Yeah.
Is that
And
former Middlesbrough Adam Clayton, is it? Or
yeah,
Leeds
yeah,
Adam Clayton?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was
Okay.
born in the Northwest as well.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
So, what league are you starting in then with Rochdale? Are you in
Ooh,
League
I want to
Two or
say
Vanarama?
Vanarama National
Yeah.
League. Yeah.
Okay. So, it's a pretty tough league to get out of as well.
Yeah, it is. It is. So I'm started looking at, after a few games played, I started looking at who were the favourites anyway. And it's like, it's not like Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal at the top. It's just like Man City could be 10th and Arsenal could be 3rd. But then the first is the team that's predicted to finish 16th. That's literally what's happening at the moment. Maybe it will start shaping up towards the busier end of the season. But at the moment, it's looking a bit, And the teams that you thought, will give us trouble, you go and beat them 3-0. And your team's like, we've got a home game. And they're the ones that go and score in the first minute and grind out their result.
It's the joy of non-leagues, though, isn't it? Like it's crazy ball. If you don't manage in those leagues, you're in for like a rude awakening. It's like a proper steep learning curve, isn't it? Like,
I feel like FM is just giving me a bit of pain because of the amount of set piece goals I've scored, especially in that Sparta Rotterdam. And now they're just like, have this. And they're just like, I'm now just getting hurt on set pieces, which is obviously not bad because at least the viewers, because when I score now a set piece, I don't feel guilty scoring a set piece.
What you've got now, though, is like before when you were Sparta Rotterdam, you were scoring goals because the set pieces were either set up to that strength with a little bit of like, clever thinking and decision making from your players off the balls. Whereas now you're probably conceding goals due to lack of concentration, lack of position.
Exactly. Exactly that.
You haven't got
exactly that. And I didn't notice as well. So when you are setting up your set pieces and you want the good attacking ones, I didn't know that positioning was important. I obviously see that now. Yeah. So you know how on penalties, finishing and composure has an effect. Apparently, positioning has it as well. So now I'm going back to my strikers that have been scoring headers. I'm like, his positioning is on 10, which, if you compare to other strikers, is fairly high anyway. But then again, that's like Lauritsen in the Netherlands. So again, the average positioning there anyway is around 11, 12. So he's not going to be far off. Plus his jumping and his strength, the aggression, the heading,
anticipation.
Yeah, exactly. Now it starts sinking. That's why he's scoring so many goals.
Things that off the ball possibly coming into play.
Yeah. Just mentally, he was like very strong. And then the person that I brought in, Prislav Borostov, who's supposed to be his replacement, literally a carbon copy of him, is like no reason why these two are doing well on set pieces. Yeah.
That makes complete sense. Makes complete sense, man. I'm glad to hear it, and obviously I'm looking forward to seeing how that develops because I reckon this can be your save to the end of the year, man. I believe in you at this point.
It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one.
I think you've got it. Speaking of saves that are definitely going to go until the end of FM 25. Should we have a little Greek roundup, shall we? So, last time that we spoke about this, it wasn't the Mad FM episode. It was the episode before, I think.
Yeah.
We were knocking on the door of potentially Champions League football.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we had a dodgy season where we missed out and like everything just fell apart on that final 3 games, remember? And it wasn't like a bad season, but like we just ran out of steam. So we missed out on the Europa League. We missed out on the Greek Cup, and then we missed out on the European Cup as well, like the Conference League, right? So the following season we had no European football, which, to be fair, great for us. Loads of games less to play. Bad for the coefficient of Greece because it meant that we had our 3rd Champions League spot taken away from us.
Ooh.
And it was like, you see how we gave you that? We're going to take it back because you're a lot of shit now in international tournaments. Right? So I was like, right, fine, okay, whatever. So that was taken away from us. So it meant that we had to qualify again in the top 5 rather than the top 6. So, right, fine, no problem. No, sorry, I've missed a season out. We've done well. We had a point where all 6 was Europe. We got ourselves into the conference. And then the next season round, we only had like three spots because everyone was dreadful. So what happened was we finished second. AK had sacked their manager in the summer. Panathinaikos sacked their manager in the summer. So they both had a turnaround. Olympiacos stayed as they were. and didn't run away with the league. But we were just like, now's our time. Like, we're going to have to
Yeah,
have a go
yeah,
at this,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So we just like gave it as much as we could. And really smart recruitment, loads of players on free transfers, not much money spent. Got a guy called Vasanen who was playing at Inter Milan, an absolute dynamite of a left back.
Yeah.
We switched to this box formation, which meant that all of our width was only coming from the wing backs.
I've seen the green links.
The links. Oh, I need to put them in the Discord. If you've not seen them, this is like Links Africa. Like that's how many links there is, right? It's stunning. Okay, it's a work of art. It's like the national, the national grid when you work out like what houses are connected. Yeah. I've never seen lines like this. They were crazy. But both of our wing backs assisted at least 19 assists each side, right? So we were like,
I found
all the goals.
Yeah.
We're coming that way. So we finished second in the league, right? So we've got this Champions League league phase qualifier. So I'm like, all right, okay, this is interesting. We knock out Djurgården, who's Kim Kallström's old club. We knock them out. Ooh. Then we
add him to the list. Sorry,
add him to the list.
You find out later.
He's already on the list. Then we draw Feyenoord. Yeah. Okay, we've already beaten in the league AEK and Panathinaikos at this point. We're 3 games in the season. I'm like, we've beaten AEK and Panathinaikos, and we're playing Feyenoord. Right, fine. Let's see what we do. So we lose 1-0 in the first leg. Bit fine. It was an early goal. We just couldn't bring it down afterwards. I was like, okay, I've seen this film before. I know how this one plays out. Right. Lose 1-0. Second leg, I'm going to put the entire match as a video. Because if you've never played Football Manager before and wonder how we can get so involved in a video game that we have no control over, watch this video and then you'll understand why I lose my shit at the end of it. Okay, because we're a goal down in the first leg. We start the match. We get a penalty within 7 minutes. Super Job steps up, smashes it into the roof of the net. Game on. Okay, fine. It's all Larissa. Feyenoord get a man sent off after 10 minutes.
Oh.
Straight red, not even a second yellow, straight red. Okay? 10 minutes later, we're 2-0 up. So on aggregate, we're 2-1 up, thinking this is brilliant. We are bossing it as well. So I'm like, do we take our foot off the gas or do we try and get a third? So we don't take our foot off. We keep going. And every highlight is us. Gets to half time. We kick off again. Us. 54 minutes. Goal for Feyenoord. Where did that come from?
Oh, that's just it's typical, ain't it?
Right.
It is typical.
Right. We'll do some tweaking because we have to throw things now because we want to kind of get this game done. They score again. So it's 2-2 on the night. They've got 10 men. We're now 3-2 down on aggregate. We've had something like 16 shots at this point. They've had 3. And I'm like, oh no, I know how this plays out, right?
Yeah.
So I'm tweaking. And I swear to God, at one point we've got a formation that ends with 1 centre-back, 2 wing-backs, 2 players in midfield, and everybody else up front. Okay? We score in the 96th minute to send the game to extra time. Okay? And I'm like, we've got this. This. But I forget to change the tactic because we've literally scored the last kick of the game. So the first kick of extra time is them lobbing the ball over the top to my no defenders and just slotting it in. I'm like,
oh, no.
You've got to be kidding me. So I've got to do it all again, right? Got to do it all again. So we push. 116 minutes. We get an equalizer, right? It's 4-3 on the night. It's 4-4 on aggregate. And I'm like, are we going to go to penalties? We've used all of our subs. Everyone's dead on their feet. Like, we're going to lose this game on penalties. This is the most unjust way of going out ever. We get a corner. 120 minutes. Corner comes out, headed away. I'm like, right, it's over. We pick the ball up. We square it across the box. Our centre-back, who's playing right back, at 25 yards out, figures, Gaffer, I'm going to have a pop. And I'm like, why? Oh, because he smashes it past the goalkeeper.
Oh.
Honestly, man. Like, everybody loses their minds. Like, all the chat are going, imagine being in the stadium when that one flies in. Like, just, honestly,
yeah,
man.
I know.
Like,
I can't tell you the amount of times I'm like, don't shoot. I'm screaming at my computer, don't shoot. And it just flies in. And I'm like, all right, you know what? I wasn't familiar with your game. The amount of times that's happened to me, man. It is funny though, and especially the fullbacks as well. And
beautiful,
it's just
absolutely beautiful. And I'm just like, I've like lost my mind on this stream. I'm just like,
yeah.
And then I have a look at the Champions League group because, you know, figured we'd been rewarded with like a nice, easy group. Benfica away, Helsinki, Napoli away, Chelsea at home, Monaco at home, Shakhtar away, Porto at home, and Real Madrid away. So,
I don't know why. So in FM23, I always banged on because people used to be like, I don't like, because it changed. Obviously, you still have the group stages and then it changes after a few years or whatever. And people were like, I don't like the league phase. Blah, blah. I'm like, no, I prefer it. Like, being an underdog team, I think I have a bigger chance.
Yeah.
This year, no. Because this year, I always get the Juve, Man United, and that. And then you do get one of those two or three beatable teams, but then by then, you might have to go through that playoff bit. And then again, you will just get that Barcelona. They're like, why are you even in this bit? You should have qualified.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening at Feyenoord. So it took us forever just to get to the actual part of the next bit of the league phase. Yeah. And then we got the knockouts. And it was again Tottenham. Sold our guys for 100 million to Tottenham. First time we play against Tottenham, he just bangs it in, and it was horrible watching that game. It was just like Tottenham highlight.
We ended up having to sell the left back who like was amazing during the season. Bayern came in for 20 million quid. And I was 20 million quid, mate, I will stick you on that plane to Germany. And then the board gave us £3 million to spend. I'm like, I think I'm not good at math, but I reckon you've worked a good deal for yourselves here. But we've replaced him with 2 free transfers. So the idea was just literally like try and play with what we've got and moneyball it. And we've got 2 kids on the next gen top 50 list as well, which is pretty cool. And one's a Greek lad. So I'm like, you know what? That's good. So hopefully we can do a bit more buildination there and start to get the building blocks in place to step up. But man, that when that goal went in from the centre back, I was like, oh, I need to sit down. Like, what's this game done to me?
Oh my god.
So we were going to talk about that. That was what we were going to start talking about, and then we were thinking like we're back and forth over the weeks, sort of saying, right, you know, what's this show going to be about? What we're going to talk about? What's the sort of like the angle? And because, as we say, that the record got put back a little bit, we figured we'd do something a little bit different, right, and a little bit daft and a little bit funny, because obviously we mentioned we were going to record on Saturday. Eurovision was on Saturday. And
yes, it was.
In an unplanned turn of events, Aaron and I both ended up watching it.
And I've never seen it as well. I've never seen it. It was only because I was at church and for some reason someone like, you'll be watching Eurovision. I overheard someone else's conversation and it was like, oh, sure. I don't know why in my head I was like, you know what, I'm 31, I'm going to give this a go.
This is the thing. Like, Mrs. J was all sat for she was going to watch it anyway. Her friend was going to come over and watch it with us.
It sounded like a plan for people. So I was like,
and then we were going to do the record. And then it was like, right, okay, we can't do it. So I was like, well, look, and Mrs. J was like, are you going to stream? I was like, no, I'll just sit and I'll just chill. Like, you know, we'll have a chat or whatever. And it was just on. And I didn't engage with it at all. But then I saw you tweeted out about it. And I was like, so I tweeted from the FM show account going, Aaron's giving spoilers away. And then within seconds, I was tweeting out as well. And then, of course, everyone who was going, are you two watching Eurovision? I was like, yeah, we are. So the plan we decided at that point was, let's do a Football Manager, Championship Manager, Eurovision of who is the best Championship Manager or Football Manager player from those nations. And we'll just have a bit of fun with it. Something that we've not really talked about for a while. And it's a little bit of nostalgia. There are some nations that we haven't put in because there's just too many, and
Yeah, there was
some
that.
of
What was
those
it,
we didn't
24?
find any
Yeah.
players for.
Azerbaijan, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't have nothing. I had nothing for you. I had nothing for you.
Yeah. Lithuania says hello, by the way. So what we're going to do, we're going to spin a wheel. Aaron and I have both got a list of players that we are going to try and almost fight the cause for, to say this is the one that we think is the guy. And then I don't really understand how we're going to get to a final, but we'll work it out as the show goes on, and we'll work out who the best football manager legend is.
Beautiful madness. It's going to be beautiful madness.
Of course it is. You know, we don't need structure or anything around here, do we? Aaron's done a spinning wheel, though. I'll tell you that. Aaron's done a spinning wheel.
We've got a random wheel of 18 different nations. Those nations are Denmark, Croatia, Belgium, Czech Republic, Sweden, Switzerland, Serbia, Portugal, Spain, Poland, Norway, Italy, Germany, England, Holland, France, Finland, and Slovenia. And we're going to just sort of find, sort of by memory as well, who our favorite players from those nations were. And then we're going to spin the wheel, and then whatever it lands on, Tony will give a player, I will give a player, and then we just may argue about who should go through to the next round.
Or we might both come to the same conclusion and go, yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah,
that's the guy right
that's
there.
The one.
And
there might be some honourable mentions as well, but do let us know in the comments if we missed out anybody, because I know we're going to miss out. We kind of threw some names at each other as well. That he mentioned one player from Portugal. I was like, oh my days, that's the guy. So yeah, do let us know in the comments as well.
Yeah,
and if we do clip this, let us know in Twitter. On Twitter.
Yeah, there's some nations we haven't got enough. We could have done an entire episode on one nation.
Yeah. Serbia, funnily enough, was one of them. There was just so many. So many.
So just to confirm then, these don't have to be FM Wonder Kids. They can be players that we've used, that we've fallen in love with simply because of Football Manager. Okay?
Yeah.
So, right, Aaron, get on the wheels, my man.
Spin this wheel.
Spin the wheel. I'll see if I can put the wheel in and the video as well, so you can see it.
Yeah.
Audio listeners, just trust us. We're definitely doing it. Okay.
Portugal.
Portugal's off out the bat. Oh,
yes.
Okay. Portugal, the home of the community challenge, by the way, which we should say as well. If you haven't started doing the community challenge, loads of people have done it and are absolutely crushing it. By the way,
yes. Oh, I'm not. I'm not. By the way,
you're all absolutely crushing it. Well done. I've already seen someone has got a treble, so it's like, I think we might have to find a prize at this point.
Yeah.
So we'll do some Portugal save updates at the end. But Portugal is the first nation out. Aaron, who have you got?
I have to go with Miguel Veloso from Sporting CP. Yes, that was my guy. Left-footed defensive midfielder, and he was just all round. He was an all-round guy. All-round nice bloke.
Take a bite round for tea on a Sunday.
He used to come around my mum's house.
I love Miguel Veloso because he drives to the speed limit.
He only crosses the road with this green man.
Oh, mate, exactly. But you know what?
Model citizen.
He would be, wouldn't he? He could pass through the green man.
He possibly could have been.
He could pass through the green man. I've got. I'm just busy trying to pull him up now to see if we've got any Football Manager attributes for him. We've got one here, which looks like. What's he got? Long shots of 14, positioning of 14, passing of 15. There's that green man. 15 for anticipation, 14 for composure, 15 for balance, 13 for work rate, 15 for vision. I mean, the man's an absolute. Like he's got a deep line playmaker written all over his body, and he's just tattooed it on himself.
Yeah.
Just in case you forgot.
Spirited, I think, is one of his personalities. I was hoping it actually was Model Citizen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I like him. I like Veloso. I've gone with someone a lot younger, and maybe some of our older listeners might remember. Some of our younger listeners might go, who the hell is he on about now? But there was a lad way back in the old Champ Man days called Fabio Pam. 13 years old. He was tipped to be one of the legends. Like, he was meant to be amazing in real life. He was meant to sign for Chelsea. I think he did sign for Chelsea, actually, and it didn't quite work out for him. He was then sort of like, he's sort of like, if I call him the Portuguese Freddie Adu, it's only just for a comparison for how highly rated this guy was, and therefore what he didn't do in real life. But midfielder, left and right sided, attacking, you could just play him like for days. You got him in, and he would be in the first team by the time he's 16. And unless Barcelona, Real Madrid, or Juventus came in for him, he was just going to run your team. Really, he was so good, so good.
Oh, so now the question is, who goes through out of the two?
I don't know, because part of me, and this is how my brain works, I've just remembered Fabio Contrao as well.
Oh, what else? Fabio Contrao. Oh, Fabio Contrao.
Yeah, Fabio Contrao.
There was also João Moutinho. Obviously, you played him alongside Miguel Veloso. There's Ricardo Quaresma as well.
How did I forget Quaresma?
Yeah, Ricardo Quaresma. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right, Quaresma wins.
And there was also Pepe as well, who's still an FM legend. He's been an FM legend for God knows how long now.
Quaresma? How have I forgotten Quaresma?
Who was the striker? Is it Helder Postiga as well? Randomly, was really good. Yeah.
Fernando Couto, the defender.
Yes. Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
And who was the goalkeeper? They had a good goalkeeper as well, didn't they? Until recently. He was a recent one.
For the most recent one would be the Porto geezer, Diogo Costa. Oh, God, what's his name? Diogo Costa. Yeah.
Right, who we gonna go with? Who's gonna be Portugal's representative?
My one is Veloso. Yeah, I'm going with. That's my final Portugal pick.
Veloso is going to be representing Portugal.
Let's go. There's going to be so many people that have Veloso in their FM squads.
I think that's fair. Poor Quaresma sitting there going, Gaffer, how did you forget me? And I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know.
Oh my God. So we're going to spin the wheel again. Let's see where this one lands.
What have we got? This is the next spin. Okay, so Portugal's in the lock. We know what's happening there. Who's spun up next, Aaron?
Norway.
Okay. What? So are we going to do it? These nations play each other. Would that make it a bit easier rather than trying to make a sort of?
Yeah, we could though.
So Portugal play Norway.
Yeah, Portugal play Norway. Yeah. That's the way we said. Yeah. That's what we. Yeah. That was the plan. Which is testing the viewers. Yeah.
Exactly. So, you all know we planned this, right?
Portugal versus Norway, and my Norway pick was again. Norway was one of those nations that had quite a few players.
Oh, we could be here for days on Norway.
Yeah, so I won't pick Haaland. I won't pick Ødegaard, but those are obviously too obvious, and it's not because they are world-class players now, but it was more so before they were world-class. These guys were just genuinely beasts on Football Manager, but I've got three names, and I just don't know which one to go with. But something tells me, because I do remember an Aston Villa save, so I think I'm going to go with John Carew.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Big JC. A man who became a film star. Currently in jail.
Whoa! No, I said John Carew. No, I meant John Henrisa. That's what I meant to say.
Did you mean John Henrisa?
Yeah. That's the fella. Left back, right? Left foot. Yeah, that's. Oh man, I hate this. When I start laughing too much, it gets so hot.
I don't know if anybody has ever got John Carew and John Henrisa mixed up, but I'm here for it.
John's, man. I hate the Johns.
Oh dear. So why John Henrisa?
Got left foot.
It's got left foot. Oh, well, this should be a fairly easy win for me then.
To be fair though, his shooting was a rare. It's not all left backs that had this sort of technical attribute as well.
Yeah.
So those who did, like Fabio Contral that we mentioned earlier, there's like Ricardo Rodriguez from Switzerland, who we won't be obviously picking because I mentioned him, but there's sort of these fullbacks, especially left backs, that tend to be a bit special, very unique compared to the ordinary up and down typical fullback.
Yeah, and the free kick ability is pretty good as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can see why you've gone for John Honoriso to work out who he was. I mean, it's a good pick. It's a good pick.
I think I know your one. I'm hoping you. Do you think him because I think he's gonna win straight away soon.
I think I'm pretty confident I'm winning this one, right? And I was gonna say my boy Anders Rista from Odd Ball Club. I was gonna say him, but I'm not. I was gonna say Per Skillian Shelbrett from Rosenborg, but I'm not.
Okay, he's definitely going there then.
I am dropping the big one. Tommy Svindal Larsen.
This is not who I thought it was, I'm not going to lie.
Who are you going for?
Morten Grams Pedersen.
Oh, yeah. MGP's got to be up there.
Yeah, that's what I thought you was going to go with, yeah.
Yeah.
I think your player wins anyway. He was also very good, yeah.
Tommy was amazing, absolutely amazing. And as well, the reason that I'm gonna even it's like I think Tommy Svindal's already got the vote, but the reason I'm going to campaign for him is he knows he's a Football Manager legend and he's all right with it. So we're going to try. We're going to see if we can get Tommy Svindal last on at some point to talk FM, because obviously he still does bits and pieces with Odds Ball Club. So let's see if we can get Tommy Svindal in. Tommy Svindal comes in. He's Norway's representative, I think, or Tommy somebody else. So the question is then, it's Tommy Svindal Larsen versus Miguel Veloso, who that's a battle of the midfielders as well. It's Portuguese flair versus Norwegian grit and energy, determination. What wins? Everyone says hard work beats natural talent. Does it?
I think I'm just gonna have to go with Miguel Veloso.
I think there's a generational argument here. I think your generation will be screaming, going Miguel Veloso, and my generation going, why are we even having this conversation? Like Tommy Svindal Larsen's won Eurovision. Like so.
No, we're definitely going with him. We're going with him. Yeah, we're going with Larsen, 100%.
Tommy Svindal takes it for Norway. Yeah. Okay, excellent.
Let's go.
Loving that. Right, fantastic. So Norway progresses. And they didn't do very well in the actual Eurovision. Just a spoiler alert, by the way, for anyone who didn't watch it and wonders what the results were. Very quick one while the show's on. I want to talk a little bit about Patreon, because some of you might be thinking, why do we sign up for Patreon? Should we sign up for Patreon? Well, I'll tell you what. How's about this, right? If you consider signing up for Patreon, there's tiers between £3, £5 and £10 a month. You will get early access to all these public episodes. They're normally out on a Thursday. You get them at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday morning. So that's over 24 hours in advance. You also get an extra bonus episode every single Monday that is exclusive to Patreon. It won't be seen anywhere else. And it'll be with myself, maybe like an FM creator. It could be a musician, a footballer, a journalist. It could be anybody. We've done some special shows in there as well. We've started doing a watch along with Second Yellow Card as we watched Goal 3. Spoiler alert, it's dreadful. That's on there. There's the Insomnia Gaming Festival show. That's on there. There's the Christmas special show, which has got Dupe and Breezy and RDF and myself going through some Football Manager legends. We've got other watch-alongs planned as well. We've got some special ideas. And of course, as part of Patreon, you can suggest those ideas as well. And if they're good, we might start making them. So you got that. Plus, of course, you can send us your tactics for the Tactics Garage, and there's even a tier, which means that we will help save your save. So if you're really struggling and you need a little bit of TJ, or probably more likely RDF Tactics love, and making sure your save works perfectly, then get signed up to Patreon, patreon.com/the FM Show Pod. And of course, if you have already signed up, we appreciate your support so much. It means the world to us, and it really helps get the show growing, and it means we can do some cool things. So thank you very much. If you can afford to support us, patreon.com/the FM Show Pod. Back to the show.
This one. There's no spoiler. Oh, I've spun.
Spun. Good.
Yeah, I told you.
Keep it spinning. Who's up next?
I mean, you guys won't hear it, but that noise is loud. It's Italy.
Italia.
Yeah.
They did have a good representation actually,
they did
on the Eurovision. So, and again, Italy's one of those nations. It just chokes up anybody, doesn't it? Like there's so many
players.
How do you limit this to one or two people to think of? I mean, anyone who knows me knows that all you've got to do is say, Tony, Italian football, and I'm like, yep, brilliant. I'll just talk forever. So, what do I do? Do you want to go first?
I'm going Di Natale. Di Natale for Udinese. Udinese legend. Yes. He was a foot manager god and so many foot managers. Many foot managers. I mean, sometimes it was a difficult job actually getting him. Mm-hmm. If you played with Udinese, I mean, you're just going to have so much fun. It's just long shots galore, techie passes galore, free kicks as well. Yeah, he was special. Special foot manager, special in real life.
Yeah. Di Natale was excellent. This is really tough, though. This is really tough. Like, Italy's too difficult because I've got a list of names here where I think would beat most nations on their own.
Yeah.
Before I even get there, so I'm like, who do I leave out? Like the honourable mentions.
Oh yeah,
Esposito.
I had none, by the way. As soon as I like Italy, I went Italy, Di Natale. It was literally that automatic, yeah. So I remember I was like, the big nations were difficult, but for some reason Italy was just, I knew straight away. I did have like Alberto Paluschi, I think he was like a young striker at AC Milan or something as well. Fabio Borini before Sunderland. It was really good football manager.
Who else could we have had? We could have had, I mean, a certain Paolo Maldini.
Yeah,
maybe.
There's so many. I mean, you could say Maldini, Costa Curta,
yeah,
Buffon. Oh Lord,
Totti's Italian, isn't he? He's quite good.
Yeah.
People like
he's got to be good. He's got to be good. I mean,
there's part of me as well, and I've this is where I've got to separate Lorenzo Luca.
God damn! Oh my God.
Marco Di Vaio.
Marco Di Vaio was really good as well.
Marco Di Vaio and Di Natale and that sort of like
yeah.
Cassano.
Oh, okay, no, that's just cheating.
It is cheating, isn't it? That's like that's just cheating. That's just being
cheating.
Filthy, isn't it?
That's cheating. Luca Toni, I remember Luca Toni as well, it was amazing.
I've got it. It's not the one I was going to go for, but I've got it.
And who's it?
Christian Panucci.
Oh, yes. That guy, he had fitness for days. Yeah, that guy, yeah. Oh, my God.
Christian Panucci, when in his Monaco days, when he's at Monaco on the game, he was so good before he went to Chelsea, I think, in real life at that time, wasn't it? He was like ridiculous. You got him for about 4 million quid or whatever. And it was like, yeah, that's the guy right there. I was going to go Cagliarella just because of the fact that I managed Sampdoria. And the Boom Boom Cagliarella song, which I'm going to put the link in the description, by the way, because if you've not heard it, it's the greatest song of all time for any footballer, never mind an Italian footballer. Europop to Actually, no, it's the spirit of Eurovision. Cagliarella goes in for Boom Boom Cagliarella alone.
Okay. That's the winner then. I'm not going to lie to you, that's because I would change mine to him as well. But I'm trying to remember a certain Palermo team. Because I'm thinking they might have all been foreigners anyway.
I think they were.
Like Dybala,
Di Maria, possibly.
Oh, yeah, that Palermo team. Oh my God. Nah, it is him though that wins. There was a defensive midfielder actually called Angelo Palombo. I think it was. I think he played for
remember him.
Yeah. He was just a beast. Like 20. I don't know if I might be exaggerating, but it was like 20 tackling, 20 work rate, 20 this and that sort of player. But Quagmire was through.
Quags is winning, is he? Right,
that one.
Just for let's just sort of I want to read out some attributes for him in case people don't like what you're about. Why does Quagliarella have to go through?
Vincenzo La Quinta was the one I think. Yeah.
Oh,
that was a striker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just pull up some of Cags's attributes. It's going to take me forever to find them, isn't it? We'll pop it in the Discord. Oh, here he is. This is way back in the day. He had long shots. Back in the day when he was 20, when he was 30. He had long shots of 17, determination of 18, flair of 16, technique of 16. I mean, he was.
But that's when he was really good, though, wasn't it? That's like when.
Well, he finished. There's a screenshot here. Someone's put up the best free agents in FM 24. Right, he's 40 at the start of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, and he still has leadership of 20. He still has determination of 20. He still has off the ball. Yeah,
he's got to be determined 20 because my God, he's still going.
Yeah, Quags goes through then. So Quags is the Italian representative.
And who
do they play?
We're gonna spin. I don't know why my wheels so laggy. Ouch.
It's all right.
And so loud. Yeah, laggy and loud. Netherlands.
Italy versus Holland.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay, right. Who have you got for Holland? Because I gave you all of Italy, I think.
So I've got one on my list because again, it's like as soon as the name came to my head, Johnny Heitinga. I remember. Now I'm remembering Van der Meyden, I'm remembering Van der Vaart. Okay, God damn. But yeah, Johnny Heitinga, I'm going to go because he was a bargain. And it was like one of those. So back in the days in Football Manager, it was always like you would play, start a save, and you tend to just sign the same players again and again because you just know that they're going to be good. And Johnny Heitinga was one of those who just bargain. He turns out to be great in every save sort of thing. So yeah, Johnny Heitinga was always a go-to for me. Always.
I don't really think it matters who we pick for Holland because they're getting knocked out by Quagliarella. So it doesn't really matter.
it literally does, yeah.
Johnny Heitinga was an absolute baller, man. Like, you're right. That's a great pick. We were talking about it before we hit record, and I was like, oh, I do remember Johnny Heitinga.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you the story about, I can't remember, I've definitely told it on an old podcast. Can't remember if I mentioned it on this one. But you know when you get like lads who always like sort of believe everything they read in the newspapers.
Oh yeah,
About sort of like transfers and that. My mate worked at Nissan, and he was trying to wind this lad up, and saying that Sunderland were going to try and buy a Dutch midfielder called Hans van Rentel. And like his mate was like, "Oh, I've heard of this guy. He better be pretty good." So for days, my pal was going around like, "Oh, this Van Rentel's going to be all right." Have you heard of his cousin, Johnny Van Hyatt? And he's like, "No, I didn't realize you had that."
Johnny Van Hyatt.
And Hans van Rentel. So me and my pal would edit them into Football Manager, or Champ Manager was back in the day, and we'd take one each in our network games. So he'd have Van Rentel, I'd have Van Hyatt, and we'd sort of see it.
You know what? Because Van Rentel, I think I will clock on, but I don't think I'll clock on. Like I think that's just totally legit. Yeah, I think Van Rentel. I think that, you're having me on there. But if you said Johnny Van Hyatt, I would have. Yeah, I was first, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to
win this one, actually.
I'm not going to go with those two. I'm going to go with another man who was an absolute must-have on Champ Manager, Philippe Cocu.
Oh, yeah. That one's going to win, but he was a beast of Football Manager.
Mm-hmm.
I could just remember the mental attributes as well.
Yeah.
It was just, insane. Insane.
Crazy,
Mm-hmm. So many though. Again, Dutch. Now again, the moment you said Philip Cocu, I can just remember Van Bommel as well.
Oh, Van Bommel.
Yeah, Van Bommel. Oh Lord.
I'll tell you what. When Wijnaldum first came into the game as a young lad, he was incredible.
Yeah, Wijnaldum,
as well,
and a fullback as well. Owen, what's his name? Owen Wisnell?
Oh, Vindal. Owen Vindal.
Yeah, he was really good. Then he went to Ajax, and I was like, wait, this guy's not good no more.
Wilfred Baumer, who used to play for Villa. He was great as a left back, wasn't he?
Really strong as well. Yeah. Wow.
And
Philip
Van
Cocu
Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy was great.
Yeah, Van Nistelrooy was. Yeah, he was a monster. He was a monster. But I didn't really have many experiences with him because I've actually used him when I was more at Real Madrid, but never mind that. Yeah. So
right, who's repping the Netherlands then? Is it Johnny Heitinga or is it Philippe Cocu? Philippe Cocu,
yeah, Philippe Cocu. He was just too beastie not to. I think Heitinga was good for value sort of thing, but Philippe Cocu was a legend.
Okay, so then it's Cocu versus Quags.
Yeah, I'm going Quags, man. I'm going. Man, you're going back to those things, though, like when you're watching, because unfortunately for Philippe Cocu, it wouldn't have been 2D days. So would it have been? No, it wouldn't have been. Not the beginning, anyway.
No, he would have spanned into the 3D.
I think it would have spanned into it, but watching that Fabio dude, I will keep calling him Quagmire. Watching him again, you just notice that some of these people just have that aura about them on the match engine when you're watching it, and Mr. Fabio was one of those guys, especially when he picks up the ball, like you just thinking he's gonna smash this. Yeah, it was one of those things that you sort of knew what was gonna happen for it happened when he gets the ball. Yeah,
and I'm fairly sure he has attempts overhead kicks as well, even at 40. So like,
but yeah, he does remind me. Like I remember, like one of those broken players. Like, a bit hard in a Foot Manager. When he goes through and goal, you just know that's a goal, sort of thing.
Yeah,
and that's what he had. He had that sort of vibe about him.
Excellent. Okay, so Quags goes through. Okay, and we've already got Tommy Svindal Larsen through. So interesting. Who's up next?
We're gonna go. Oh, just writing down the results there. We're gonna spin this. Oh, that one went smooth. Oh, I spoke too soon. That one went smooth.
Too smooth, if anything.
I didn't want. I wanted to be smooth for the view, but next time that happens, I'm gonna put the speaker to the microphone so you're not gonna hear that as well. But it is Sweden.
Oh, okay. Again, I mean, there's some absolute legends in there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is, and I'm going with a real footballing legend as well. So I had Pontus Farnerud before on my list.
Oh,
yeah. Then you say King Kallström, but I can't miss out Henrik Larsson. I can't.
Super Henrik.
Yeah, Henrik Larsson's for me. Yeah. Go on, Henrik.
There's not much you can say, is there? Like, the man just scores goals. Sebastian Larsson. Yeah, he was all right, actually. He was
the free kicks, isn't it? The set pieces, yeah.
But even then, going through Sweden, so you got Pontus Farnerud, who you said Alexander Farnerud, his brother.
Yes.
There is Kennedy Barasholu, the lad from Hammer Bay, who was incredible. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Has anyone heard of him? He's meant to be quite good. There was a lad I remember called Labinor Habutzi, who was like 15 years old at Malmo. We're talking like Champman or 1 days or something. So it might be a little bit before your time. But he was brilliant as well. Really loved him.
Only coming with the FM 24-1, the kids.
I'm going to go with... Go on, you got someone in
JKA?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going Henrik Larsson because I've only had that. I don't even know how long it was with JKA.
JK has been this year at it, really. He's only 16 in real life.
People are like, yeah, he's broken. I'm like, yeah, Tony keeps saying it. And it was like every time we searched for a striker, like he just kept popping up. So it was like, we've got to go for it. Plus, we want to progress in the Champions League that we're speaking about anyway. And at that time, he's not elite as well. So we had that opportunity to develop him to be elite because Bayern obviously weren't playing him. And then he just came and it was just like, go. And I'm like, all right, I can't keep playing you because I have to develop the guys out here first, sort of thing. So then we changed formation, put him out on the left wing thinking, at least he's playing. And he's like, at least I'm playing. Go. It was literally from here, shall I?
How about it's maybe a bit too obvious. Kim Kallström's Swedish.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
I mean, I wouldn't even say too obvious. I think like that would be the pick. Like the moment we said Sweden, I think people were like, it would be almost rude.
Yeah,
Yeah, almost
yeah.
rude. But
Like,
yeah,
I mean,
concussion is on my list, but I had to go with Henrik.
he's done it. He's done it everywhere, and he played for Arsenal. So,
yeah, he did. He did. He was injured for most of it, but then came back and scored a very important penalty. So
yeah.
shout out to my guy.
So a Sweden
King Kallström.
giving it to King Kim.
Yeah, Kim, double K.
Lovely. Who are Sweden playing then? Who's up next?
Yeah, this one is not smooth at all. Come on, Will, get in there.
Oh, drum roll.
Yeah. Croatia. Nah, yeah.
Oh, this is a matchup.
Yeah. Now, as soon as I've written that down in the wheel, I was just in my head. I was like, Tony's going for this player. So for the player that I'm gonna, Croatia, though, man. Again, it's one of those nations that a bit like Serbia, that just bags of talent there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going though with Eduardo.
Ooh,
Eduardo, that's still they end up playing for Arsenal, but he was in the same side as Luka Modric, and you can sort of sign him and Luka Modric for dirt cheap, on Football Manager. But I would have said Luka Modric, but he made that silly decision to join Tottenham. So Eduardo was smart enough one to join Arsenal. So
stupid Luka Modric with his 6 league winners medals.
Ruined his career.
If he hadn't got to Tottenham, he could have had 7.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't think of that, did he? Mr. Smart.
That decision will come back and haunt you, Luka.
Yeah. I can see him sitting on the bench thinking about it now.
Any regrets, Luka? Yeah, I wish I'd never signed for Tottenham for a couple of seasons.
I'm sorry, I'm not lying. Real Madrid just went to the final and you could just see wondering, bloody Tottenham. You can see it. Man, I'm working up a sweat here, man.
Luka, you've had an amazing career. Yeah, I mean, there was like, a little blip, but hey, my trophy cabinet was only so big. So, Croatia. I don't know if this is the player that you expect me to go for, but I think it might be.
I hope it is. It's not. Actually, I hope it's not, yeah.
And I hope he's Croatian as well. That's what I said.
Because someone can say, hey, Eduardo's Brazilian.
Dario Serna.
Yeah, that's I got it. Yes, yes, I got it.
We know each other good. We know each other good.
Yeah.
Dario Serna, he's so good, wasn't he? He's so good.
Yeah.
And what I think, and this is how I'm going to make the case for Dario Serna, is have you ever had a player on the current game dubbed the new Eduardo? Or have you had a player dubbed the new Dario Serna, and then have you lost your mind a little bit?
I'm pretty sure I saw the next Bentner on the game, so I mean, I might be dreaming that. I might have dreamt that. Oh, I saw it on Reddit, which then you can't trust me. I think I saw it on Reddit. Oh my god! Yeah, it was Reddit. I think it was Lukaku, because I remember the stream were laughing like, who wouldn't be Lukaku? And I'm like, to be fair though, if I would really want to be Lukaku, the Football Manager Lukaku. So to be fair, it's not a bad thing. But yeah, wow, my god.
Right, who's getting the Croatia shirt? Because it's not Davor Šuker, is it? It's not even Bio, big Bio.
Yeah,
last couple of years. Vedran Čorluka, was he Croatian as well?
Čorluka, yeah, that's the one there. Again, in that same side as Luka Modric and Eduardo.
Yeah.
Dario Serna must have been in that same side. No, Dario Serna was like Shakhtar. Jeez, never mind.
Shakhtar, yeah.
Never mind. Yeah, I was thinking of Dan Zagreb. But I think it's Dario. You're winning there. I think it's Dario Serna. And Dario Serna would be the captain if this was a team.
Yes, he would actually.
He would.
Would he take it off Quagliarella? Yes, maybe he would. Quags would let him have it. He'd go, yeah. Dario Serna would be the captain.
Well, Dario will be the vice captain, but we know who the real captain is.
We've got a team. Guy. Yeah, we've got a team of captains, though. We've got Philippe Cocu, Tommy Svindal.
Yeah. Oh, my
Quags.
God.
Like, it's a good side so far. Kim Kallström. Okay, so Kallström versus Dario Serna then. Who goes through? This is a tough one.
Yeah, it is. I'll do my vote and say Dario. Why have I put that? So my missus' name is Dario. I just put Dario
Yeah.
Serna. mine will go Serna. I will say Serna.
I think I'm going to agree with you, actually.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm going to agree. Like, Kallstrom's amazing. And everyone knows Kim Kallstrom. But I think if you've had Serna, you know Dario Serna.
Yeah.
And, like, for how long he was in the game as well.
It is, yeah.
And as you say,
she's
he'd
like
either
one of
be
the
the
first
captain
names,
or the
like,
vice captain in this team. That's the respect he deserves.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well played, Dario Serna.
I like him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, it's gone smooth. It's actually done a smooth thing for once.
Mm-hmm.
And the nation is France. Bonjour.
France.
Je m'appelle RDF. What is the French for? Vavavoom. Who have you got for France?
Who have I not got for France is the question. It's another one of those, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, just open the book and go, yep, that'll do. All of those players, thank you very much, please. I initially went with Didier Degarde, who was like one of the old Le Havre players who was like so good. Vikash Darashu was another player around the same time who was like was very, very good in that midfield role. I'm gonna go with the man that we both said before we hit record. I'm going Gourcuff.
Yeah, he was.
Because I think he was just like I almost forget he went to AC Milan in real life.
Yeah.
Like, but then it also because it felt like that was just Football Manager that he went to AC Milan.
Yeah,
but obviously he was there for real life. It didn't quite work out, but man, that dude was an absolute magician.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm trying to think of Steve Mandanda, the goalkeeper.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
French, right? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Definitely saw him in the French shirt.
Marseille.
Yeah. Yeah, that's who I'm going with. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm going with him. Yeah.
About Vicente Lizarazu.
I know he would have been a legend. I would never have had the experience with him. I know Steve. Yeah, I know Steve personally.
If you know Steve personally, he goes in.
I know him personally, but I just don't know how to spell his surname.
What about Anelka?
Oh, that's a shout, you know. Because I was thinking of like straight away when he went France, I was like, some of the Arsenal boys. But again, like Steve, I just know that sometimes you open up savings like a goalkeeper that you can buy.
Mr. Reliable.
Yeah, and who's great, and it would have been him. Carlos Camini as well was another one, but
no, because I had him at Larissa. Just no.
He's also not French, but he was like one of the goalkeepers.
Yeah, because Stecklenburg was going to be one of my Dutch picks. Because again, you would always buy a Stecklenburg, even though you were never going to use them.
Was Mark Poom not around? David Seaman, though? None of these guys? You couldn't say.
Got Carson. 75 years old on the bench at Larissa. God, I've not played in 30 years. It's the best job ever. Right, who are we going for this? Is it Steve Mandanda?
It might be. I've only said Mandanda because of my experience, but again, Gourcuff would have been possibly more like everyone would have had Gourcuff possibly at that time playing Football Manager. And again, he's the name that's going to bring back a lot of memories, I think. So I think, we're going to go with him.
I think Mandanda's a great shout, though.
It's a good shout,
It's a good one. And Anelka could easily have been there. And this is the thing, like, let us know below how wrong we got this.
Yeah, exactly. Because now I'm just thinking there's got to be someone so obvious that we've missed out here.
Well, the thing is, we don't know who they've got to go up against next. So whoever is the next nation, we might be sitting there going, "Oh God, I wish we'd gone Gourcuff." Like, this is not a straight fight anymore now. So
we're gonna go with Mandanda for France.
Yeah, we're going Mandanda. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go Madonna to make things interesting just because we don't know who's here.
Okay.
Slovenia. Slovenia. I mean, now we've got a battle of... Oh! See how it's worked out? Do you see how it's worked out?
This is not a fix, by the way. But
you saw this live. This is amazing.
What is interesting is this is Slovenia, and on both of mine and Aaron's shortlists are 2 goalkeepers.
This is amazing how this has panned out. So we said, oh, because we could do the old way of we're just going to go battle against each other. Then we were like, oh, that could be the battle of goalkeepers. But now we've actually got the battle of goalkeepers. Because first we've got to work out between Handanovic and Oblak.
Which one represents Slovenia? And then what about Sesko?
Yeah, we did have Sesko, but I thought there was no goalkeepers on the list at the time. And then Madonna just popped in my head, so there's no actual goalkeepers on the list at the time until
Oblak versus Handanovic.
So I was like, again, Oblak, have people had that many experiences with him? Because he would have been. I don't
think people have bought him because he doesn't leave.
The price, yeah. Oh, it just says not for sale. He was like one of those guys, yeah.
But again, who's played with Handanovic? How many times have you bought Handanovic?
Yeah, I've had him a few times, yeah. Especially when was it Udinese? Was that? I'm trying to think.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, he was very good, but he was gettable as well. Like, he was purchasable. There was a team who would again, one of those goalkeepers that you just type in his name because he would have been, Udinese, yeah. Wow.
I think that maybe it's maybe Handanovic, isn't it?
Yeah.
For Slovenia.
Yeah.
Poor Sesko. Sesko would have been there.
Sesko, yeah.
But it's a better fight in it, Handanovic versus Mandanda.
Oof.
I think that one's going to the judges.
Yeah. I think I know who I would go for. I think
I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah. I think Mandanda just gives me more of a Football Manager feel. I feel. If you mentioned the 2 in the conversation, I think Mandanda, Football Manager will pop in my head with Mandanda, but maybe not with Handanovic.
I'm all right with that. I can go with that.
Handanovic might be one of those players I was actually better in real life than in Football Manager.
There's an episode, isn't it?
Oh,
there's an episode in the future. Who's better in real life than on FM?
Yeah, that is
interesting. Okay, right. Yeah. So Mandanda gets the gloves. I agree with that. Who's next then?
Come on, give us a good one. They're all good.
They're all good.
Denmark.
Okay.
Okay.
Denmark, again, they've produced a lot of good players over the years.
What have I done there? I've drawn up for sure. I've just got Andreas. Andreas. That's the one. That's the one.
Drop.
That I had also Andreas Cornelius. I'm not going with any of them. My shoulder up though. Saucy on Football Manager.
I'm struggling to think. I'm struggling to think of a player. Oh no, I'm not. Ebbe Sand.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go for mine there. I thought you were gonna pull my one out of the bag. I'm going with Daniel Agger.
Oh
yeah, I'm going with Daniel Agger. And again, this is before even the Liverpool move. I think it was very, very good after the Liverpool move.
Wasn't it? I think, is that right?
Yeah, Brøndby. Yeah.
Daniel Agger was very good.
Agger, yeah, he was fantastic. Right. I need to go.
I'm tempted to say, and there's a little bit of collusion going to happen here at this point, right? I might say Ebbe Sand wasn't as good as Daniel Agger because I need to really bang the drum for a different striker later on in this argument. And I think, Daniel Agger was great, and he could play across any of the back 4 positions, couldn't he?
We'll have this. I'm going to save the screenshot as well, so we can pop it in a disc. Actually, I'm just pop it as well. Whatever we do with it, but I will read some of the attributes of Daniel Agger. 20, by the way, and this is Football Manager 2006. He's 20. 187 centimeters, left-footed as well. That's probably the best thing about this. And his value, £1 million. Now the attributes. First touch, 50. I think this is wild. So first touch, 15, heading 16, long throw 16, marking 16, tackling 16, aggression
he's
18.
He's in.
Yeah. Anticipation 15, bravery 15, composure 18, concentration 15, decisions 15. Like he's quite literally the perfect defender. It's only when you get to the physical you see like acceleration 10, but back then it wasn't even Football Manager wasn't about, I wouldn't say it was about speed.
No,
Was
it wasn't
really?
about pacey centre backs at that point, was it?
Yeah.
So no,
Daniel
I think
Agger
that's
was
fair. Yeah.
was,
Daniel Agger's played himself into that one. So
that was the
well
one.
played,
Yeah.
Daniel
I
Agger.
do remember when Liverpool signed him. I was like, I know that guy.
And apparently he's meant to be a pretty chilled out dude in real life, and he does tattoos. So that's pretty cool. I'll take that, right? So Daniel Agger represents Denmark, who I'm sure the Mad Scientists will be happy about. So shout out to him.
Yeah, he's a coach. Yeah, he's coaching now.
Okay. Who did Denmark play?
Denmark will play the England. No, Switzerland. What's going on in England?
Switzerland.
Switzerland. Yeah.
I feel like someone's been. Well, you know what? This might be. I don't know. I think we said there's no collusion going on. There might be some collusion at this point. But
there might be. There might just be.
Right, who we got for Switzerland? This feels like one of the. No disrespect to Switzerland, but this feels like a smaller pool to pick from.
It was. So I only had 2 players. I had Shaqiri. Again, let us know if we missed out someone. I had Shaqiri, but that's not who I'm going to pick. I am going to go for Brill and Bolo. And again, it was one of those guys. What's that meme? Like when someone, I know that,
I know that guy.
Yeah, I know that guy. So again, Football Manager, brilliant on Football Manager. It was that weird. Back then, it was weird to see someone with pace and strength, and I remember that was like kind of a standout for him as well as a winger.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, it was, I can't remember, it was the World Cup or Euros. I want to say, I can't remember which one. It was a few years ago now. Could be like possibly 8 years ago that he burst onto the scene, sort of, to speak. And again, it was like, I knew that guy, I know that guy. And yeah, he had a really good tournament as well, but I'm going Brill and Bolo because on Football Manager, it was just a fantastic one. The kid that actually turns into a legend in the game, yeah.
Yeah, he's very, very good. Very good indeed. I mean, he probably is going to be the pick for Switzerland.
Switzerland is difficult.
No, I mean, I've gone for Jan Sommer.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure we'd have a goalkeeper at this point. And I also figured we might need backup at right wing, just in case. Because he's a goalkeeper who plays right wing. How can he not be in the conversation?
For Netherlands, I don't know why, because I've just scrolled down. I'm really looking at Daniel Agger's profile, and it's like people you may also search for Dirk Kuyt, and I'm like, he was a god of Football Manager for some reason. I mean, he was pretty good in real life as well. But
what we think of that, I take it, goalkeeping midfielders are going to be replaced by Brian Bolo because he's a bit special.
Yeah, Brian Bolo, he's nice. He's nice with it.
And Bolo. Now who wins out of that then? Daniel Agger versus Brian Bolo.
Again, I'm basing this off. I feel more people would have used Mbolo and got to have that experience where he just explodes on Football Manager. That's the reason why I would say Mbolo. But then when we saw those Daniel Agger stats, I'm like, wait, I knew he was good. And I started reading, I was like, wait, this guy is very... Because now, obviously, I understand attributes more. It's like, wait, this guy is mental.
Again, I think as a generation, there's maybe a generation of our viewers who maybe didn't see Daniel Agger play at his best as well and couldn't appreciate just how good he was. Comfortable on the ball, big, athletic, strong. Like,
really good
for £1 million. Sometimes, if you've got a player that's £1 million, you don't need to spend 15 million quid.
Because I remember, like, those are we'll talk about the Football Managers where obviously there's no agent or anything. And sometimes for me, like, a rule was sort of like offer double. So, like, if it was 500k, I was just like offer $1 million. Sort of thing. Like, I thought is that person.
But I think you're right. More people have used Brian Bolo because I think unless you were Liverpool, you wouldn't
I
have been able to
think,
sign Daniel Agger.
yeah. I think, yeah. I'm going with. I would have said Mbolo because more people do use Mbolo, Real and Bolo.
We could go Embolo.
I've got this horrible feeling we've missed someone out. So obvious. Out of
That's
these
what
two
that's what the
nations.
comments are for. That's what the
Yeah,
comments are for.
I
Let
feel-
us know who we've missed out. We've missed out so many, by the way. So Nicholas Bentner has been missed out on this bit. So
Oh
Peter
yeah.
Schmeichel
Oh.
for Denmark.
He's a yeah, I've never. Yeah,
No
I've never
one's used. No one's used Peter
yeah.
Schmeichel. No one's ever used him. No.
Yeah. So
The
we'll
Lauter
spin-
brothers.
Oh,
Dennis-
Dennis
Dennis Rommedahl.
It's spinning. It's landed on Poland. It's landed on Poland.
We didn't do Dennis
Dennis
Rommedahl for
Rommedahl.
Denmark.
Nah, 1 second. Dennis Rommedahl, football manager.
Tell me this isn't an incredible winger.
Nah, he definitely. I'm trying to remember the year though. I need to know the year. Oh, see, I'm thinking this must have been champ, man, not football manager.
Maybe actually, yeah,
Which obviously championship manager still counts.
yeah, but does it in the basis of this though?
Does it?
I think more people would have bought Dennis Rommedahl than bought Brian Bolo and bought Daniel Agger. Purely because of the fact that he was at Ajax, you could buy him. Yeah.
True.
He's in the same team as Johnny Heitinger. Klaas-Jan Huntelaar, we missed out for Holland as well.
Did Holland go through?
Holland.
Oh, Holland went out, and it's because we didn't use Huntelaar.
No. Oh, Huntelaar versus Quags. Imagine that.
Oh.
That would be like proper heavyweight UFC 5 rounds, wouldn't it? What do
Are
we think?
we breaking the rules? Like,
Dennis
there wasn't-
Rommedahl's going in. Forget Daniel Agger.
Dennis Rommedahl's but then it means that Mbolo, Switzerland don't win no more. I'm sorry, Switzerland, man.
But I think more people would have used Dennis Rommedahl.
Yeah, I'm going Dennis Rommedahl anyway, even if they didn't.
Right.
Who are-
Okay. Sorry.
Who are
Switzerland.
these people?
Yeah, we love you, but Dennis Rommedahl was incredible.
I'm going Dennis Rommedahl.
Yeah. Right. Who's next? Poland, you say, was it?
Poland, yeah.
Okay. Right. This is yours. You've got to get a good one here.
No, remember, so we both have 3. We have wait. Dennis Rommedahl wore Ugg boots. Wait, sorry, I've just seen this.
What? Dennis Rommedahl wore Ugg boots, right? He's off.
What? Dennis Rommedahl wore Ugg boots on the bench for Charlton.
I've just seen this as well.
This is amazing.
Maybe we have to.
Is this where Eurovision took us? Oh,
But here you go. Look, he signed for Charlton on a 4-year deal for £2 million. So in real life, he was a bargain.
That's crazy, yeah.
Ugg boots and everything. Ugg boots or not, Dennis Rommedahl stays in.
Yeah. Well, no, he goes through. So yeah, for Poland, you're gonna have to help me with the pronunciations there. So we did have 3. We came up with 3, and I think sort of we had to go for them. And there's no Lewandowski, by the way.
Yeah.
And we've got Black Choskovsky.
Blashikovsky.
That's the one. Yeah,
lad
that's
at
the one.
Dortmund.
That's what I said. It must have been the
So
mic. Mic messed me
So
up there.
good. Yeah.
We got Lukasz Piszczek.
Yes, he was number 1 on my list.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then we've got
Krakowiak.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, that's the one. See, now I was gonna go with Krikowiak.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I was gonna go for.
Could be a good. He's a midfielder, isn't he?
Yeah, defensive midfielder who was
Him
amazing.
and Tommy Svindal Larsen in the midfield. Ooh, you're not getting through there, are you?
Yeah, I was gonna say, but I think he sort of messed up going to PSG.
Mhm.
Do I want to say that because he would have won titles there? I don't want to say.
I mean, you slagged off Luka Modric, who's only won 6 Champions Leagues because he played for Tottenham for 2 years.
But so he was amazing at Seville. So this is where I think it would have been Seville where he would have caught my attention. I'm looking at his career. Yeah, it would have had to be in Seville. In Football Manager, by the way. And then, he would have been PSG and only played 11 times within 3 years. And then had a loan spell at West Brom, loan spell at
Locomotive.
Yeah. But by then, he was no longer good on Football Manager. It was between 2014 and 16. He was an absolute monster on Football Manager.
I think, for me, I'm putting Piszczek forward because imagine a team with Dario Serna at left back and Piszczek at right back.
Oh. So now you're thinking logic.
It's the first time anyone's ever said that to me.
We've got the goalkeeper in. We've got the goalkeeper in. Make sure we settled our captains early on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shout.
I'm happy either way because I campaigned to get Romadal hooked in, and I've thrown the last one out. So you go with Poland. Who you're giving to Poland?
Yeah, I'm going.
Piszczek,
Yeah.
He's great as well, though.
He was
Krakowiak or Piszczek?
I'm going I'm going with the one that signed more. So it would have been Lucas Piszczek.
Very quickly, while the show's on, have you remembered, if this is YouTube, to hit like on the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and leave us a nice little comment as well, because that really helps everything out. It makes the algorithm pick us up, puts us in front of more eyes. That'll be great. Gives us a bit of conversation to go with as well. Obviously, if you're on Spotify, just subscribe on Spotify, leave us a little review, leave some comments on that as well, and join the Discord. Come and get in the Discord. Come and have some conversation. That's where it all happens. There's loads of people having some great stuff in there. We can talk tactics, we can talk game modes, we can talk player searches, we can talk real football, we can talk anything over in the Discord. So all those links in the description below. Basically, it helps us. It really helps us get the show in front of the most eyes possible. So if you can do all those things, that would be awesome. It'd be much appreciated. But yeah, back to the show. Piszczek. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Good shout.
More.
Good shout. Yeah, and again, I think more people would have probably signed this guy as well.
Yeah.
What about who they're playing then? Who do Poland play?
Oh, we've got a smooth. Yes. Every time I say it.
Mm-hmm.
Who's it going to be?
Who is it going to be? It's going to land on Spain. Poland versus Spain.
Yeah. I've got one person. Crazy. With these big nations, it tends to be like that one person that just.
I've got one person.
Oh,
one person only.
I hope it's not the same person.
I don't think it is. I've got Pep Guardiola. The year you could sign him as a free transfer.
And I've got Bohan Cricket. The year he was like 16 at Barcelona. Is he Spanish though?
The spectrum.
No, he's not Spanish.
He was, wasn't he? Spanish and
Serbian.
Croatian, I think. Serbian.
He's Spanish. Yeah, he's Spanish. I know his dad though. I think his dad is Serbian, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, he played in Spain. Played that one Spanish cap saved me.
Hello, my name's Adama Traore.
Thank you, Stoke. You saved me.
What we saying then? Bojan was
the man. The man.
Yeah, he really was.
When he come there, when he took in 16-year-olds on Football Manager, he was God. He was God. 16 to 18, he would have been.
Like he was like a proper wonder kid.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, it was Wonder Kid. Yeah, he literally defined Wonder Kid.
Also, as well, I think he gets extra marks because of the fact he turned up at Stoke. At some point, everyone went, Bojan!
Those Bojan. Who's that one? Jesse Rodriguez?
Hesse, yeah.
Yeah.
But to give him the full level of surprise, it would be Bojan.
Yeah.
Bojan signed for Stoke. What? The lad from Football Manager. Like that's the whole sentence.
I want to know how that transfer came across. How that happened. I need to know.
Right. Okay. I've decided Bojan wins because it's about time Pep lost. He needs to lose something, so he's missing out on this one, and Bojan is going to go through for Spain.
Ridiculous. Trying to remember the exact year, so if anyone's listening and want to actually search it, so I think in my head I can remember him being 16, but there's a picture here when he was 17. I've lost it. Oh, here we are. Yeah. I got a picture here when he's 17. Mm-hmm. Oh, on the 5-star potential one. Website as well.
Shout out 5-star.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember get the year because they actually have the year next to it as well. I could use this. I could use this. FM 08.
Okay.
FM 08.
08 had loads of Wonder Kids, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was like Wonder Kids Central FM 08, I think. I think that was Vinyldom's year as well.
And now I'm thinking of that Valencia side. David Villa and David Silva. That Valencia side. Mm-hmm. That Valencia side was ridiculous. But yeah, I'm going Bojan. Bojan for me. Spain.
Bojan.
Yeah, Spain. Bojan versus Piszczek against Poland. I think I know who wins that one.
Bojan, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so Spain beat Poland 1-0 to Spain. Matt.
Yeah, I think so. Right, we're going through. We're getting through these, aren't we? Yeah.
England. Yes, I've been waiting for this one because I need you to go first.
You need me to go first, right? Okay.
Yes.
So I am going to go with, and again, this is probably going to be an older person's one. I'm going to go with Billy Jones.
Shout. Crew, right? Signing from Crew.
Crew Alexandra, yeah. Dubbed the new Jamie Carragher whenever you started. He would literally sign for anybody. You'd pay about £250,000, maybe £1 million if it was a season in. He could play all across the back four. He could play DM if he needed to as well. And he was future England captain material. He was so good, so consistent. He played for Sunderland for a little bit in real life as well. But again, one of those people who never quite lived up to his championship manager, football manager potential. But, you talk about Mr. Consistency. And I think there's certain players you would always buy every single save. And he felt like one of those guys where you just go, right, I need a right back. I've not got a great amount of money. Billy Jones will do the job. And
I love how as soon as we went to all these other nations, were like picking the top talent. And then because England was just like, so I've got two. So one is Billy Sharp, who he was just
he was unplayable, wasn't he? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but talk about memories here, man. We're talking about memories. My Redden save. I'm going Leroy Lita, man.
That's a shout and a half.
I'm going Leroy Lita. Oh my god!
Again, about a weight, I think.
Yeah. It has to be, because it would have been in the Premier League at that point. Yeah.
Leroy Lita.
I was waiting so long to see him.
I love the fact that we've brushed off Jude Bellingham. We've brushed off Cherno Samba.
We've brushed off when he's 16 as well.
Sergei Makofo. We've brushed off Lionel Morgan. We've brushed off Nick Chadwick, John Curtis.
Yes.
And we went with Billy Jones and Leroy Lita.
Oh my
Joe Paul, gone. Rio Ferdinand, gone.
Oh my god.
I love it. I love it. Paul Warhurst, gone. This is the best thing about this game. All these amazing players that just, not a thing.
I'm trying to find a profile, but I can't. Oh, man.
Who we go for then? Billy Jones or Leroy Lita?
But you know what, though? Billy Jones, though, was like... So Leroy Lita was more of like a cult hero sort of vibe. Where Billy Jones, though, I felt went on to do things in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we... looking at the results, you can just see the ball and quick Billy Jones. Phil Cocky, Billy Jones.
But put Billy Jones in the back four with Dario Serna and
Yeah.
and Pish. Well, Piszczek's out now, so we need a right back.
Yeah. And it wasn't so much. Billy Jones, I'm pretty sure he can play like central midfielder as well. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he could
it was like one of those versatile, yeah. And I'm pretty sure as well he started with an injury. I might have been imagining that, but
he overcomes adversity as well. Billy Jones is in and he's the star of goal 4.
Oh my God. Yeah, so we got Billy Jones versus
Billy Jones for England. Excellent.
Oh, the logic in his pick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, Will, man. It was the suspense as well.
Where are we going to be? Who's next?
Oh, Serbia.
Serbia. Okay. I've only got one name down on the list for Serbia. I feel as I should have more. Billy Jones versus Nemanja Vidic is quite a battle.
Vidic was literally the first name on my list as well. Vidic was an absolute rock on this game, man. Yeah. So I had Mitrovic, Ivanovic, Milinkovic, Savic, and Nikola Zigic. And I was gonna pick Zigic, but I've been going with a lot of cult heroes, so I'm actually gonna go with Milinkovic, Savic instead, because I mean, if you want a god on Football Manager, there you are.
Yes, but he now plays in Saudi, so Billy Jones wins.
Oh yeah, true. That's true. That is true.
So SMS is brilliant. He's brilliant on the game as a Football Manager player. Like he is brilliant, but
I can imagine him texting you what happens in FM stays.
Yeah, exactly. Billy Jones is sick on.
Don't let your emotions take over.
Morally, Billy Jones wins.
As well.
Yeah,
Billy Jones. I've gone with Billy Jones anyway. I put Billy Jones as the winner. Oh,
yeah. And who
so far we got Henrik Larsson.
Did he beat SMS or did he beat Vidic?
Yeah, he beat SMS. Yeah.
SMS, yeah.
He's beat SMS.
Right.
Yeah, he beats SMS. So I have to count there.
Okay.
So far through, we have Henrik Larsson from
Tommy Svindal Larsson from Norway.
I need to start putting first name down. We've got Larsson from Norway, Quags from Italy, Dario Serna from Croatia, Mandanda from France, Dennis Romedal from Denmark, Olhan Cricket from Spain, and Billy Jones from England. This is a real Eurovision lineup right now.
Okay, and left is Finland, Belgium, Czechia, and Germany.
Yeah.
Okay.
People are like,
so
what have they got for Finland? That's how I can hear that.
How is this still going on? Like, imagine if we'd have picked 25.
Exactly that. Exactly. Germany.
Yeah, Germany. Okay.
I mean, I've gone with someone very recent, and he broke the internet. Yusufa Makoko.
Ooh.
Yeah, he. I mean, that might have been a cheat code using him, but
it's what this thing's about, though. Loads of people will have bought them.
Yeah,
loads of people will have bought them.
Yeah, I think.
And if you haven't bought them, because you're not managing, you're managing too far down. Like, you know.
I think I even started a new, like, just to have that experience, just to start a new save, because he quite literally broke the internet. Quite literally.
He is incredible.
Because I think Football Manager really, not Football Manager, but maybe football was really dying for that, the next Messi and Ronaldo sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we needed that in sort of FM world as well. And then it was like, this guy had like the potential of Messi and Ronaldo. And it was like, yeah. And I just remember, it was like the most signed player as well. Was it FM22? And it came up in an update. So it wasn't at the start of the game, it was an update. And that's what as well. Yeah. And that's what it was. Yeah. And it just blew up, man.
Oh, man.
That he possibly turned so many to play Football Manager. Him alone, that blowing up the internet, Twitter as well, would have been the Twitter days. I say Twitter days like it's over, but it would have been the thick of Twitter hype and everything.
I thought I was gonna have like a proper good home run on this one, but I might have to bow down. I might have to bow down. I think Makoko might be the one because I've got Sebastian Kiesling.
Oh no! Don't do that to me, man.
But don't worry, I think I've got another player in a very similar vein for another nation.
Now you're playing. Now you're playing with emotions.
Because Sebastian Kiesling, you don't. Or Miroslav Klose or Christian Ziege.
Okay, that's cheap. Yeah, you can't say Klose. That's
Makoko. Because you're right. Because I think you're right. I think Makoko turned people on to Football Manager.
Yeah, it was.
People were desperate to have him in the game.
Yeah.
To see what he was going to be like.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I can't imagine so it's just like equivalent, like the FIFA equivalent of having like this ultimate team, but having that card that everyone's searching for, and the thing that just breaks the internet at the time, and that's the sort of what Football Manager had as well. That Yusuf Makoko, and it was just like, and Football Manager played with it as well. That's the worst thing. They went along with it as well. They were sharing like so many Yusuf Makoko stuff as well. So it was just like, it really broke the internet, man.
Yeah,
really broke the internet.
Fair play. Yusuf Makoko goes in, and like he's a Hall of Famer, isn't he? Let's be honest.
Win this round. I'm hoping it's going to Belgium because it will be a good test.
Could be. Although, to be fair, I could do with. I think the next battle could be interesting.
Well, we've got Finland.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on paper, you would say this is a fairly easy win for Germany because a lot of people would be going, "Who for Finland? Niemi, maybe."
Oh yeah.
I've got a couple. I've got two.
I've got two as well. That's just the same two.
I've got Tim Sparv.
Banger.
Tim Sparv. Now, I've also got Tim Sparv. And I've got Jari Litmanen. Now, I'm going to say this, okay? Tim Sparv, I love that man. I think he's wonderful, brilliant human being as well. Not just a footballer. He spoke out about the World Cup in Qatar. He's very open about sort of equal rights, human rights. He's very pro. He's just a good person.
Yeah.
So I sent him an email to ask if he'd be interested in coming on the FM show at any point, and he said no. So I almost feel like we have to tip Tim Sparv off his pedestal.
Who's he again?
But he did reply. He did reply. So I was like, you know what, fair play. Tim Sparv says at least he had the decency to reply. Jari Litmanen, however, was an absolute baller on FM and Champ Manager. From his Ajax days to his Liverpool days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have Timo Pukki, who
was
just, he scores goals on Football Manager.
Oh, what about the lad that Jack Kenmare interviewed, Mika Arialto? Was he Finland or was he Sweden?
The other player on my list was Sami Hyppia.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Yeah. Again, very solid defender. Another We're just bringing out captains after captains.
I think we're bringing out a lot of Liverpool players from the...
John Arisa.
it's Mika Arialto was from Finland. And he was interviewed by Jack Kenmare. So he's an old Champman legend.
He is.
But Sami Hyppia is a good shout.
Oh, this sounds
what do you reckon? I mean, they're up against Yusuf Makoko.
I know, I think they lost it. But we can just give a special mention to the actual Football Manager legend though as well, and also a shout out to Jack Kenmare.
Yeah.
So
what are we doing? So are we put Mika in against Makoko?
Yeah, Mika Antolinitino.
Yeah, cool, excellent. Mika Arialto.
That's the one.
Goes in.
Mikel.
And then loses to Makoko. First round knockout.
Oh man.
Thanks for coming, mate. Bye. Which means the final match is going to be Czech versus Belgium.
Yeah, we don't need to spin the wheel for that one.
No. So
That wheel spin is bugging me.
So what do we think?
Again,
I think Czech first because there's probably less Czech players than Belgians.
Yeah. So now I was actually going to say there's going to be, again, it might be an easy win, not easy win, but a win for Belgium once people hear some of these names. But if you saw Vaclav Kadlec attributes on FM11, then I'm not sure. I'm not sure you'll be like, yeah, that's an easy pick there. Kadlec was just an absolute gem on FM11, and again, I can just get his attributes up as well from Sparta Prague, by the way, as well.
Yeah,
and yeah, just look at this: pace 17, agility 18, pace 16, stamina 18, strength 14. Is it 6 foot? 6 foot as well. Dribbling 16, finishing 17, technique 17, off the ball 18, flair 16, determination 17, bravery 16. I mean, his concentration's 5, so you can't focus.
Doesn't need it. Doesn't need anything more than that. You know, he's all good.
And for this person here at the moment, showing him off in. So one person's put in for Man City, got 17 and 16. One person's got in for Napoli, 31 and 38. So you could just see the amount of goals this guy is scoring. Absolutely amazing. So that would be my pick.
Okay. I would offer Jan Koller as a big striker.
And we don't have a target forward like that.
Well, we've got Quags, Koller, Makoko. Imagine that as a 3 striker. I don't care if Belgium are bringing Anthony van den Boer and Vincent Kompany. Try and defend against those 3. Go on, I dare you.
Yeah, we're going Jan Koller. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're going Jan. For me personally, we're going Jan Koller. Again, it's one of those. Yeah, if I had him on my list, I would have probably picked him.
Yeah. We've ignored Pavel Nedved, Thomas Rositzky. Or have we?
I mean, Pavel Nedved. Oh, damn it. So we're gonna get again. It's Football Manager though, isn't it? Like I can't let that emotion thing get him. Like he was really good at Football Manager, but he's not one of those guys that you're gonna be like, I'm starting a new save at Derby. I'm gonna look to sign.
That's why Santi Cazorla isn't in for Spain, because it's not real life.
Exactly,
it's Football Manager, right? Okay.
Exactly,
So big Jan Koller's in there.
Yeah,
Everyone loves that sort of player on FM.
Yeah.
So big Jan Koller then is up against all of Belgium. do you want to go for the first? I mean, he's gonna knock down Lukaku.
Yeah,
he's got his 3 Hazards.
Lukaku's a baby. Lukaku's a baby.
3 Hazards to play against. Take them out.
Yeah.
I've put Steven Defour on the list.
I mean, Defour might just wipe his legs out.
He might do, but then Jan Koller will just put him in a chokehold when he's on the floor. And then there's Van den Boer and Kompany.
It's the last 2, man. It's the last 2, man.
Van den Boer and Kompany, for how little you could pay for those 2 players to get them in the team. But Kompany was 1 season, 2 seasons, wasn't it? Van den Boer you could get for a little bit longer. Bit more versatile.
I think Van den Boer, yeah. Again, we talk about Football Manager legends. It's like as soon as you meant like Jan Koller, okay, like we know he was great in Football Manager sort of thing, like. But Van den Boer was sort of a Football Manager legend. Like you don't think of Van den Boer. If we had a conversation right now on the street and I said Jan Koller, we'll start talking about him at Czech Republic at this World Cup and this Euro, whatever. But then if you mention Anthony van den Boer, you're talking about Football Manager and Football Manager only.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah. It's only FM. That's a good point. That's how Billy Jones gets in. But no, that's the thing, because we're talking about players in FM, aren't we? We're not talking about who's the best footballer in the world. Dennis Romadal gets in off FM alone. Steve Mandanda gets in off FM alone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I think you're right. I think out of all the talent that Belgium have got, Anthony van den Bora is probably the ultimate Belgian football manager legend.
Yeah, he is.
Marouane Fellaini, but he's still not as good as Van den Bora in game, is he? And more people would know Anthony van den Bora, I think.
Yeah, he's not. But you remember me of my Everton save, man, when I was in secondary school. I remember
Axel Witsel.
Oh, I had him in and Fellaini, but Fellaini was already there at Everton. Ah, man, I'm so not proud of this, man. I just remember going to my granddad's at lunchtime. My granddad literally lived behind the school and then just skip that last lesson, just playing this Everton. Oh man, what a save! Today I remember my AC Milan save with Johan Gorkov. This Everton save now as well. Wow, that Everton.
This is what this game does, though, man. It brings the memories back, doesn't it?
It's literally all John Carew.
It's literally all down to these players. Who do we remember the most?
Yeah, Van den Boer. Van den Boer for me.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So Van den Boer versus Jan Koller. Are we agreed that Van den Boer?
Yeah, Van den Boer. Yeah. Right, we say just nudge, but.
Right. So I'm conscious of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's
we could do this
then.
Or similar stage to how they do it in real life. This could have just been the semi-final. And now we could have the final. Next week obviously won't be as long. There's not going to be a whole episode dedicated.
I mean, it will. we know it will.
It's like, last week's winner was Van den Boer. But do you remember?
The thing I'm thinking is part of me thinks we bottom it off now, because if we don't, we'll have so many brilliant comments that I'll be like, we need to go back and revisit this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's true. That is true.
Or the other option is we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. How have we got 9? We should have. This is also part of the problem where we may not have enough teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're. We've done 18, and we've done that by.
What do you think about this?
Say, Karen. Playoffs.
Playoffs. So we have to come to a conclusion. Who are the two? No, because then that sort of gives away the next round, wouldn't it? If we say these are the two worst, then whoever goes through those two will automatically lose in the next round anyway. If that makes sense.
I tell you what, let's just look at this, right? Let's try and now work out who wins.
We should work out. Yeah, we should work it out. We'll work it out.
Because that is an incredible, competition to get to.
Yeah, there is.
So representing Norway is Tommy Svindal Larsen. So that's old school defensive midfielder, plays all over the place. Italy have got Quagliarella, who, and I'm not want to try and sway the vote here, has a Europop song of his own, which would tie in with Eurovision.
So we're going to go, so we say Larsen, not so sure, and now we're saying Quags is good opportunity.
Quags is a lock, isn't he? Quags is a lock to go, So Croatia, Dario Srna.
Oh, that's a lock, man.
I think he's more of a lock than Mandanda.
Yeah, he is, Mandanda, I'm sorry. France.
Yeah.
So we've got Croatia and we've got Italy through so far.
Yeah. Dennis Rommedahl. I think Dennis Rommedahl, once we remembered he was there.
Yeah, it's a lock.
Bojan.
Oh, Bojan's a lock. Bojan's a lock.
Billy Jones.
Oh.
Yusuf Makoko and Anthony van den Bora.
Okay, so I'm sorry, Billy Jones, but only because of the next two. We don't want to have too many locks, but Billy Jones, I'm sorry. I actually would have locked you. But
he's maybe a bit too historical.
Yeah, Yusuf and Coco and Van den Boer are through. So we've got Billy Jones out, we've got Larsen out, and we've also got Mandanda out. And then
we're down to Quags, Dario Srna, Dennis Rommedahl, Bojan.
This is where it gets
Makofo.
This is where our hearts start breaking.
Van den Bora.
So Quags, we start off with Quags. Through. Dario
Srna.
So Darius said, should we? Oh,
I can see where this is splitting. For me, this is splitting into history.
yeah.
And I think
Oh God,
more
I'm going
people
Quags maybe. Yeah, and that. Yeah.
I think more people, if you
I
said,
agree.
name me a football manager legend, they would say Anthony van den Bora rather than Dario Serna. If I was to do it that way.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it, but I think that's what people might do.
Yeah.
Oh, God, this feels so horrible. I'm going to delete Dario Serna's name off.
Yeah, that's bad.
Bojan's name's going.
Yeah.
Bojan's going off. So now we're down to Quags, Romadal, Makoko, Van den Bora. And I hate the fact that nobody buys Quagliarella.
Yeah, that's what's painful. That's painful. I was even going to say that last round as well. And it's just like, I don't think Quags will win it because
Quags goes.
He's like one of those, if you're into it sort of vibes rather than automatic. Yeah, he's on everyone's list.
And then the final is going to be Makoko versus Van den Bora because Romadal got in on a technicality.
He did. It literally is Van den Bora or Yusufa.
So who wins Football Manager Eurovision? Germany or Belgium?
This one you really can't tell. We should have had Jack Khmer's sponsor this, man. He would have actually been a good person to.
Who wins?
Chat, we're gonna do something that we have never ever done this before.
We can't just flick a coin, can we?
No, we're not. We're gonna put this on Twitter. We're just not gonna ask a question. We're just gonna do a poll, and it's just gonna be Van den Bora, or the poll's gonna be there for literally a minute. And we're
doing this while we're recording.
Yeah, and everyone can see this on the screen as well.
Right, okay. This is so unplanned.
People on Twitter be like, what?
Oh, Jesus.
Then we're going to go Anthony Van den Bora.
So what? I'm also going to message someone as well.
Okay, it says 5 minutes at least. So obviously in edit we can cut 5 minutes.
No. This is going out live. This is
okay,
the whole thing
live. Yeah. So we're looking at the votes live.
I have just sent a message to Jack Kenmer.
I was going to do that as well. So I can't actually vote.
I've said Makoko or Van den Bora, best FM legend ever? ? Hopefully he comes back. If he doesn't, then we're going to have a bit of an issue.
Yusufa's winning so far. 1 vote.
Yusuf is winning.
7 votes are through, and it's Yusufa at 71.4% and Anthony Van den Bora at 28.6%. 7 votes in.
Oh, I think I've got the answer.
No way.
Oh, well, I want to see what the poll says.
To refresh the poll again, 14 votes are in. It's 78%. Yusufa Makoko. No.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was gonna say, someone's even reposted it. It's Tom.
It's me.
I was like, oh my God, imagine this goes viral. Yusuf has done it again.
Yeah, he's definitely done it. I think he's probably the winner. 2 minutes left on the poll.
Oh, so I'm late. Anthony Van den Bora.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. While this is happening, let's quickly. Let's quickly remember the players that haven't made it. I mean, Dennis Romadal, Quagliarella. I've put the link in the description, by the way, for Boom Boom Quagliarella. It's the greatest song I've ever heard, ever. Dario Serna didn't make it through. Aaron, Billy Jones. You got to go and check these players out, by the way. If you've never seen them, you definitely got to go and do so. Aaron, plug your Twitter as well while we're here, because obviously this is where the decision goes down.
My Twitter is at RDF Tactics, and you can see here on the right hand side if you are watching. If you're not and you're listening, I am a co-host on the FM show Pod. In that Twitter, is at the FM Show Pod. So make sure you go and get that follow as well.
And what is also worth checking out is the Patreon of the FM Show Pod. If you've enjoyed this, for as little as £3 a month, you can support the podcast and get some exclusive bonus content every single week. We give you another episode every single Monday. We've put the live show up last week.
Yes.
It's the most requested Patreon episode ever. We've put the live show from Nottingham on there, and there's a little hint out there might be some more live dates coming out. And guess who's going to find out about that first? Patreons. So head over to patreon.com/the FM Show Pod if you are able to support the podcast. Remember, there's always a free podcast every single week, which is this one. And if you are watching it and enjoying it, please like the video and subscribe to the channel and follow us on Spotify. Aaron, I think I've filled for long enough. Drum roll, please.
It's 13 minutes left, but we do have 100. I'm surprised we have over 100 or 199 votes. I was expecting
who is our Eurovision
I don't
winner.
think, I'm sorry, Anthony, but I don't think you will catch up this time. And the Eurovision Football Manager winner is Yusufa Moukoko. That's probably right. And I like that we got.
Feel like that's probably right.
The right conclusion. Yeah, I feel that we done something there. We've done something there. Maybe this might have to be a way that I do my recruitment.
Follow us next week for live scouting. But no, you know what? If you've enjoyed it, because I think this has been good. Like, it's very, very different to what we normally do.
I genuinely didn't know that we was going on for 2 hours. So when you was like looking at the time, I was like, "Oh my god, oh my days."
So if you've enjoyed it and you like these sorts of styles of things, then let us know, and we can of course do some more things, because we've only just done Europe there. We've not done, South the Americas, we've not done Asia, Africa.
America Vision.
America Vision. Yeah. Song for the States. So yeah, let us know with some ideas for episodes you might want. Come and join the Discord, and of course, fire us stuff. We can sort of like have a little look at it, and if we like it, we can maybe start making it into an episode. Or you can drop us an email to the FM Show Pod.
I tell you what,
at gmail.com.
I tell you what, if we gave this an extra 5 minutes, I mean, the answer could be. I mean, Random Ball's getting some late. I mean, I said he's not catching up. He's catching up. I'm sorry you missed the deadline. The only comment, by the way, as well, is AVB. But it's now 42%, so
it's too late. No, it's already done. It's already done. The decision is final.
Yusufa
Moukoko is the football manager.
Now Tuesday morning.
It's now Eurovision 2025. This is the first time this episode's been live streamed on Patreon, because it's took that long to edit.
I am sweating as hell as well.
Oh, right. I think this has been a lot of fun. As I say, let us know if you've enjoyed it. Leave some comments below, because we have missed out so many players. Please tag us, all the players that you come up with. Let us know what you think. Aaron, plug where people find you, man.
They can find me on the Eurovision. So
I'll be in Malmo.
I'll be RDF Tactics on YouTube, Twitch, and X. Yes, Twitter.
I am Tony Jameson FM on Twitch, and I am Tony Jameson on Twitter. We've already said it's the FM Show Pod on all of social media. I hope you've enjoyed this one. We've had a great time recording it. So can't wait for you to hear it. Take care of yourselves, everyone. We'll be back next week with another episode. We love you all. Stay safe. See you next time. Bye now.